Hi, my name is Steven Phyffer and I'm the founder of Oorsee. Oorsee is an expat community app for South Africans living abroad, a way for South Africans to get together, share experiences and help other South Africans that's looking to do the same. Now, every so often we do love talking rugby. Why not? Because rugby is such an international game. So, without further ado, let's talk about the Springboks and the Welsh game from this morning. I woke up at 4:30 to watch the game. I must say it was tough because I already went to bed at 12 because I'm busy building software for another company. But yeah, it was a short night for me, and I might just get back into bed after this video. Thank you for everyone that watched the last one. Normally I would be doing this with Walter Jackson or like before, Nas Botha or Steven Phyffer even has joined a couple of times as well, and we talk rugby and everything else around it, and thank you for your support. Right, obviously we know the Boks won comfortably with 7 tries. However, I did notice a few things during the game, and I'm going to be touching on those on those topics. For instance, we can see Rassie's experimenting. He's experimenting. We know why. He's trying to put together a good team for the 2027 World Cup, which is here in Australia. Quite excited. So yeah, we're looking forward to see what he's doing. And look, against Wales, I guess that's the sort of team where you can go and experiment. You're gonna get people shouting. They're gonna ask why is the Hendricks brothers both in there? Because they lack experience and etc. But I understand what he's doing, and yeah, I'm hoping for the most part the South Africans will do as well. I've got one question though. Why would Jordan still be kicking, Jordan Hendricks, when Pollard's on the field? Everyone knows when Pollard's on, he kicks. Anyway, but yeah, let's go straight to the top. So Mostert, obviously, it's always surprising seeing a lock going over the try line. And yeah, great game Mostert. Obviously man of the match, and he played really well. What was even more surprising was seeing our other lock going over for the second try. No surprises seeing Etzebeth scoring, but yeah, both locks getting points on the board quite early in the game. Etzebeth's try though, I'm going to give that to Delende. He didn't even have the ball in his hand. It basically came into his hand, tap, and it was gone straight out, and Etzebeth went over the line. Really great player, doesn't get the attention he deserves, Delende, and yeah, we immediately felt his absence when he and, for instance, Phyffer went off, and we saw Wales creeping up closer to the South African scoreline and eventually scoring. Yeah, really two great players. Now, the topic that always sort of makes his way into all the commentating online, if you listen to the rugby, whenever we spoke to Nas, for instance, as well, South Africa has no shortage of really good players. When players get substituted, you know they're going to be substituted with really good players. It's not we've got like this bottomless pit of players just coming out from every corner. But then there's the experience, and that's what I reckon Rassie is trying to build up in these younger players, is get them the experience that Delende and Phyffer, for instance, have. When they are on the field, they make a massive difference in that forward pack, and as soon as they went off, we immediately felt their absence. Now, I don't want to delve too much on it. Let's go straight into our third try, which was Arendse, a try made by Rassie. Rassie obviously missed the try right after that. I saw him smacking his hand on the field. He seemed a bit agitated and angry a few times during the game. I'm not sure. Maybe he had high expectations for getting a couple of tries on the board. But yeah, only one for Rassie in this game. Siakolisi, yeah, no surprises there. Solid player. And then a big push by Phyffer, which I believe got low his try, and then Wales got some points on the board. And now remember, I watched this game from 4:30 a.m. in the morning. At one stage I had one eye open, so if I'm missing any crucial information here, please leave it in the comments and help me out. This is our interview, it's not mine. Wales getting a try after that. Rio Dyer, well deserved. He worked really hard for it, so I'm quite happy about that. And look, at the end of the day, me personally, I like a close game. I like the excitement of it, the rush and everything. I was hoping for a closer game for the end of the year, but it's not what we're going to get against Wales. Maybe England and obviously Ireland and those teams, but yeah, if the Springboks keeps winning like with massive differences in the score, people are eventually going to stop going to the game because they're going to sort of know what's the outcome. And this is just an opinion. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into these discussions. I'm obviously happy for the Boks, and I'm happy they won, and I'm ecstatic, I'm excited. But look, I've looked at the Wales Stadium, and it looked fairly empty. Cardiff, and not like Twickenham Stadium, which was packed the weekend before. So yeah, it's a great stadium, Cardiff, and I'm hoping that the Wales can really work on their gameplay, because they didn't have a good couple of seasons, and that they'll get stronger. And I heard some of the commentating, obviously from Australia, we hear the Welsh commentators giving their opinions. They all sound like really big Bok fans, really, but it sounds like there's a bit of reshaping and stuff happening or coming for the Wales team. Right, Arendse making a gap for Rassie finally getting his try after that, and then yeah, Stennekamp, and then Reinach pulled two defenders on him for that 7th try, which got Hendricks his points. Reinach, really good player. I mean, also not always getting the attention he deserves. He just pulled him like moths to a flame, and Hendricks just got his points. Now obviously Wales got a very last points on the board, James Botham, and I'm quite happy about that, because we don't want a runaway score always in rugby, like I said before. Now about James's try though, again, I'm going to come back to the Lender and Visa's absence, and we felt it a couple of times, because Wales was spending way more time in the South African half, the second half, than they did in the third, and it just shows that the experience wasn't there. But obviously the Boks being the Boks, if you take one inexperienced player, you put it in between 14 other experienced players, they're going to back him up, and we not always going to see the difference. Right, so a few other things around the rugby that also happening, and Oorsee had a competition running for whoever can guess the score. Now normally those sort of competitions, no one really gets it spot on. I mean, it's very hard guessing the score spot on. So the prize money goes to whoever is the closest. And boy, did we have a couple of close guesses. I mean, we had just a few that came to mind here. Joe actually won a Biltemaker not too long ago, so I would have been really upset if he won, because he can't be winning twice in a row. But he guessed 47-17, really close. Who else was quite close? Johan Potgieter at 38-9, close. I was wondering how I'm going to work this out. Who is the closest? Do I just take all the scores, give it to ChatGPT and ask, well, who of us guessed the closest to this score? It's probably what I would have done. But then, this guy, Jaco Welgemoed, surprised all of us by guessing the score spot on. 45-12. Incredible. Jaco, you've got $100 coming your way to spend on anything on Amazon. Obviously not sponsored by Amazon. This is sponsored by Oorsee. Myself and Walter Jackson, who is in North Carolina, and then we've got another silent partner up north in Brisbane, and we're giving you $100 to go and get yourself something nice. Chris Peterson, I'm sorry mate, 43-12, so close, just like, you know what, Chris, I might just reach out to you anyway, and we're going to see if we can reward you for how close you got, right? Maybe we should have like a second prize, why not? That was very close. Right, so that's it for Oorsee competition, and just to come back to the rugby, it's great watching the Boks play international. It is absolutely fantastic, and Nas and them spoke about things around rugby that I didn't really understand or think about when he brought up the topic was about rugby needing to evolve into more international game. It is already international, but I think Nas was more talking about the way that it's managed and how players get funded and where players are allowed to play and all those statistics. If you want to watch that video, it's on the channel. Just give a search for Nas. There's 2 videos of him. One I did with him in Afrikaans, the other one in English. But overall, the Boks are in fantastic form. And Rassie being Rassie, absolute genius. He wants to keep them that way. And obviously everyone else is upping their game. Ireland is upping their game immensely, and they're a really, really good team. We know this. France obviously also doing really well, but it's again coming back to that experience and not always having the resources of players that we've got in South Africa. And then New Zealand have made a bit of a turn, obviously not with the last game, but they are trying really well to get back to the form and that status that we know them so well for, of being the most feared team in the world. I'm sorry to say, but the bat goes to the Boks at the moment. I can hear the way the overseas commentators are speaking about the Boks. They are absolutely revered. They are feared. Everyone's in awe about the sort of players that's currently in the team. And I wouldn't say I get worried, but I do read a lot of the comments going on online about what sort of young players Rassie is putting in the team. And I'm gonna look at the Hendricks brothers. Obviously, Jaden Hendricks, brilliant player. I'm a big fan, and I think he does really well. He didn't have a great game today, in my opinion. Not at all. A couple of forward passes, knock-ons. I saw him offside a few times, even when the ref didn't. And then Jordan had a couple of great kicks, but also some misses. And I reckon in order to appease the broader South African community, just give Pollard the ball to kick when Pollard's on the field, and let Jaden build up his experience as a game player instead of a kicker every so often. But look, I'm not a coach, but that is just my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like I said, we really enjoy your support. This is actually the second time I've done this video, because the first time I've done it outside after having a day of 38 degrees Celsius yesterday. It's raining and pouring outside, and I'm absolutely loving that weather because it's still humid and it's nice, and I do love the sound of rain, but it totally ruined the mic. And I figured I'd make that video again and have this discussion inside. So just a little bit of a recap. Mostert obviously also man of the match, brilliant game. I love seeing him being rewarded for how well he's done. Delende making really good connections and working really hard in the back line, in the scrums, in order to get the ball to the back line and get tries done. The power of Visa and Kriel. Oh, I haven't even spoken about Kriel. Just making those few extra steps and getting the ball a little bit forward and putting the Welsh team on their hind legs so that the Boks can push forward. That's really good gameplay, and I'm going to be watching some of those highlights again. And for those of you that watched the game, I do hope you enjoyed it. And from Oorsee, we say thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting the channel, and if it doesn't matter where you are, if you're back home in South Africa or if you're living in Australia or New Zealand, join the app, join us, and keep an eye on things. We have great competitions running. Every 3 months we give away a Kalahari Kabu, and like today, Yaku is getting $100 deposited into his account for just guessing the score. I mean, we've got nothing to lose. Join the app. Make sure you upload your profile picture, because it just looks better than a blank space. Then you'll be in the running for any competition that we have coming in the next couple of months. Thanks again, and I hope you have a good weekend.